Amidst all of the big fights that are happening, the announcements, the fights that are on the horizon that are already scheduled, that we're anticipating highly, there is another fight at the middleweight division that we need to talk about. Carlos Adames versus Julian Williams. Let's take a peek. Coming up this Saturday, June 24th, Premier Boxing will present Carlos Adames against Julian J-Rock Williams for the WBC interim middleweight title. This fight will be live from the Armory in Minneapolis, a place that's a familiar stomping ground for David Morrell. Now, this particular middleweight fight is a fight that can put one of these gentlemen in position to challenge for that WBC middleweight title or have it awarded to them if the title is not defended before the end of the year. Now, what's really cool also is we get a chance to see J-Rock try to come back and right some wrongs that have transpired in his career. He's had a rough go of it, but Adames, who's also been not as active as he could be, is coming into this fight. Both are competitive with records for Adames of 22-1 with 17 KOs. J-Rock is 28-3 with 1 draw and 16 KOs. Now, though the two men haven't been as active as they need to be, when they do fight, there's no denying that they both present boxing with exciting matches. Their sizes: Adames is 5'11", J-Rock is 5'10". Adames has a 73-inch reach, J-Rock has 72.5-inch reach. Their ages: Adames is 29 years old, J-Rock is 33. Now, about the abilities, their styles offset. Adames is a physically imposing fighter. He's the type of sort that comes in utilizing his physicality and his strength. I've yet to see him really use ring smarts and boxing intelligence, ring generalship, operating behind the jab and such, but he can do it, but I think he prefers to mix it up. He's a very strong young man, to the degree that some in the division are a little bit intimidated of this factor that he presents when he comes in. When you talk about J-Rock, on the other hand, he's a boxer puncher. He has been a calculating fighter, typically comes in tremendous shape each outing, but he has had a rough stretch. His loss to Jason Rosario in 2020 and Vladimir Hernandez in 2021 kind of set him back a little bit, but J-Rock is still capable of getting the job done, especially if he uses his headiness, his ring smarts, his ring intelligence. J-Rock has decent enough power to put you on your rear end, and if he hits you right, he can get you up out of there as well. But it's about his confidence right now, and at the age of 33, is he up for a physical fight, a grueling fight? That's what Adames is going to bring to him. And There is the question, because at 33, will he be able to go 12 hard rounds as Sergey Derevyanchenko did back in December of 2021 when he faced off against Adames? The difference in these two fighters is like night and day. And if the conditioning of J-Rock is on point, he could have success against Adames similar to what he did when he fought Jarrett Hurd back in 2019. Yes, he will have to dial the clock back, but you do that with being in physical condition, mental condition, and also utilizing your boxing skills and tools. Adames is probably going to try to present himself physically and wear him down very fast. But if he can remain disciplined, J-Rock can pick his shots, stick and move, give angles, use the ring. They'll probably have a small ring, so he's going to have to stay on the move with the angles and turning. Tie Adames up when necessary, walk him backwards. When the ref breaks him, step around behind the ref and come back and get on that jab. The jab will be key for Julian. And whenever he follows up behind the jab, whether it's a hook off the jab, whether it's a right hand, it has to be stinging and then move after getting the shot off. This is what I expect from him, and he has to be able to do that consistently for the fight. Be prepared for 12 grueling rounds, and it can be done. Julian can revisit his championship win over Hurd by following these notes. But will he be able to do that? Is 33 a worn out time for him? By them fighting at middleweight and no longer at junior middleweight, it may be helping J-Rock to sustain himself a little bit, not having to cut down to 154. But I do believe it's going to be a rough go for him. The opportunity is there. He can get it done, but he has to remain on the points that I spoke about. On the other hand, I actually see Adames wearing him down. Eventually, his strength is going to prove too much to J-Rock, and J-Rock will probably wither under that pressure as the rounds go on. It's usually about choices. Do you choose to endure and persevere, or do you choose to check out or cave in? That will be up to J-Rock. But Adames is here to be a physical presence and assert himself, and I expect nothing less of him in those efforts in this fight. So at the end of the day, I do favor Carlos Adames, the Dominican, to be successful in this fight over J-Rock. This is Stormy B Man. Those are my thoughts. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know, what do you think Julian J-Rock Williams' chances are in his return against Adames? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.